Do you want to talk about your daily life in English conversations?
The secret is simple. When you learn vocabulary for your daily routine, morning habits, and evening activities, you can share your life naturally and connect with anyone in English.
Today, we'll help you talk about your daily routine in English. You'll learn morning vocabulary, work activities, and evening phrases. Let's start.
Welcome to Daily Speaking English Podcast, where learning English is easy and enjoyable. I'm Ben, and I'm so excited to be here with you.
Hi, Ben. Hello, everyone. I'm Lina, and it's great to have you all joining us today. Ben, how are you feeling?
I'm doing wonderful, Lina. I just had a nice cup of coffee, so I'm feeling energized and ready. How about you?
I'm fantastic. My morning was peaceful and quiet, so I'm feeling relaxed and happy.
That sounds lovely. I'm really excited about today's topic.
Me too. This is going to be so useful for everyone.
Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready. Let's start. Ben, let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to tell someone about your daily life in English, but you didn't know the right words to describe what you do every day?
Oh, yes, Lina. I remember feeling so frustrated. Someone would ask, "What do you do every day?" And I couldn't answer because I didn't know the vocabulary.
That's exactly the problem. Many English learners can talk about complicated topics, but they can't describe simple things like their morning routine or what they do after work.
It's so embarrassing. You want to share your life with new friends or colleagues, but you just stand there silent because you don't have the words.
And talking about your daily routine is one of the most common conversation topics. When you meet someone new, they always ask, "What do you do?" or "Tell me about your typical day."
But if you can't answer these simple questions, you miss the chance to connect with people and build friendships.
Exactly. So today, we're going to solve this problem. We'll teach you all the vocabulary you need to describe your daily life.
Yes, from waking up in the morning to going to bed at night, we'll cover everything. By the end, you'll feel confident talking about your routine.
So, Ben, let's start from the very beginning of the day. What time do you usually wake up in the morning?
I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. Sometimes earlier, sometimes a little later, but usually around 7. What about you, Lina?
I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm an early riser.
6:30, that's early. Do you like getting up so early?
I do. I love the quiet morning time. It's peaceful before the world gets busy.
That makes sense. Now, there's an important difference between wake up and get up. Can you explain it?
Yes, wake up means your eyes open and you stop sleeping. Get up means you leave your bed and stand up.
So you can wake up at 6:30, but maybe you don't get up until 6:45.
Exactly. You might lie in bed for a few minutes before you actually get up.
I do that sometimes. I wake up, but I stay in bed checking my phone.
Many people do that. So after you get up, Ben, what's the first thing you do?
The very first thing I do is brush my teeth. I always brush my teeth right away.
That's a good habit. Brushing your teeth is important.
Yes, and then I wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel more awake.
I do the same thing. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I usually make my bed.
Make your bed means arranging your blankets and pillows nicely, right?
Exactly. It makes the room look neat and organized. Do you make your bed, Ben?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on how much time I have.
That's honest. So after you do these morning activities, what comes next?
After that, I usually have breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have toast with butter and a cup of tea. Sometimes I also have eggs. What about you?
I love having fruit and yogurt for breakfast. It's light and healthy.
That sounds delicious. So after breakfast, what do you do?
After breakfast, I usually get dressed. I choose my clothes for the day and put them on.
Get dressed means putting on your clothes.
Yes, and then I often check my phone for messages or news.
Checking your phone in the morning is very common now.
It is. So after you get ready, do you go to work or do you work from home?
I usually go to work. I take the bus. It's not too far from my house. What about you, Lina?
I usually work from home most days. It's very convenient because I don't need to commute.
Working from home has many benefits. You save time on travel.
Exactly. So my morning routine after breakfast is to start working at my computer.
That's great. Now let's talk about what happens during the workday. What do you usually do at work, Lina?
During work, I usually write emails and have meetings. Sometimes I make phone calls to clients.
So you communicate with people a lot.
Yes, communication is a big part of my job. What about you, Ben? What do you do at work?
I usually talk to customers and help them solve problems. I also write reports about the work I do.
Sounds like you have a busy workday.
I do. There's always something to do. Now, do you usually have lunch at a specific time?
Yes, I always take a break for lunch. I usually have it around 12:30.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
I try to make something healthy. Sometimes I make a salad or a sandwich. Sometimes I read a book during my lunch break.
Reading during lunch is a nice way to relax. I usually have lunch around 1 o'clock.
Do you eat alone or with other people?
I eat with my colleagues. We often talk and laugh together. It's a nice break from work.
That sounds fun. Having lunch with colleagues helps you build friendships.
It does. So after lunch, you continue working, right?
Yes, I usually continue working until late afternoon. What time do you usually finish work, Ben?
I usually finish work at 5 in the evening. Then I go home. What about you?
I usually finish work around 5:30 or 6 in the evening. After that, I usually relax a bit.
How do you relax after work?
Sometimes I listen to music, or I just sit quietly for a few minutes. It helps me transition from work mode to home mode.
That's a good idea. After I get home, I usually make dinner. Do you cook dinner, Lina?
Yes, I do. I usually cook dinner around 7 in the evening. I like trying new recipes.
What kind of food do you like to cook?
I like cooking pasta, chicken with vegetables, or sometimes fish. What about you? What do you like to cook?
I like cooking simple things. Sometimes I make stir-fry with rice, and sometimes I order takeout.
Takeout. That means ordering food from a restaurant to eat at home.
Yes, sometimes it's nice to have a break from cooking.
I agree. After a long day, ordering food is easier. So after dinner, what do you usually do in the evening?
After dinner, I usually watch TV or play games on my computer. Sometimes I call my family on the phone.
Calling family is important. I also like to watch TV in the evening. Sometimes I go for a walk to get fresh air.
A walk in the evening sounds nice. It's good exercise.
It is, and it helps me relax before bed. Do you usually read a book before you go to sleep?
Sometimes, yes. I like reading before bed. It helps me feel sleepy. What time do you usually go to bed, Lina?
I usually go to bed around 10 at night. I try to get enough sleep. What about you?
I usually go to bed around 10:30. I need about 7 or 8 hours of sleep to feel good.
Sleep is so important for our health.
It really is. So our daily routines are quite similar in many ways.
They are. It's interesting to see how many common activities we share.
Now, let's help our listeners understand how to talk about their own daily routines. What's the best way to describe your day?
The best way is to think about your day in order. Start with the morning, then talk about the afternoon, and finish with the evening.
You can use time words to organize your story. Words like first, then, after that, and finally.
Exactly. For example, you can say, first, I wake up at 7. Then I brush my teeth and get dressed. I have breakfast and then go to work. At work, I have meetings. In the evening, I make dinner and watch TV. Finally, I go to bed.
Perfect. That's a complete description of a typical day.
And you can change the words to fit your own life. Maybe you go to school instead of work.
Or maybe you play sports instead of watching TV.
Exactly. The structure is the same, but the activities can be different.
Now, there's another important point. Your routine might be different on weekdays and weekends.
That's true. On weekdays, I work, but on weekends, I relax and do different things.
So you can say, on weekdays I do this, or on weekends I do that.
Yes. For example, on weekdays, I wake up at 6:30, but on weekends, I sleep in until 8 or 9.
Sleep in means staying in bed later than usual.
Exactly. It's a nice treat on the weekend.
What else do you do differently on weekends?
On weekends, instead of working, I might go shopping, visit friends, or do laundry.
Laundry. That means washing your clothes.
Yes, I also clean the house on weekends. It's not as fun as visiting friends, but it's necessary.
Necessary chores. We all have them.
Now, let's talk about some really useful vocabulary words for daily routines. What are the most important verbs?
Great question. Let me list them. Wake up, get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, get dressed, have breakfast, go to work, have lunch, finish work, go home, make dinner, watch TV, and go to bed.
Those are all essential. Let's add a few more. Take a shower, comb my hair, drink coffee, check my phone, read a book, listen to music, and relax.
Perfect. With these verbs, you can describe almost any daily activity.
And remember to use I when you talk about yourself. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I go to work.
And if you want to ask someone about their routine, you use you. What do you do in the morning? Or what time do you wake up?
Exactly. These questions are great conversation starters.
You can also ask, what do you usually do after work? Or what do you usually do on weekends?
These questions show interest in the other person's life. It makes the conversation more personal and friendly.
And when someone asks you these questions, don't be nervous. Just answer honestly and simply.
Yes, you don't need to say everything. Just share the main activities.
For example, if someone asks, what do you do in the morning? You can simply say, I wake up, have breakfast, and go to work.
Perfect. You don't need long, complicated sentences.
Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you talk about your daily routine, the easier it becomes.
You can even practice alone. Look in the mirror and describe your day in English.
That's a great tip. Talking to yourself is good practice.
It helps you remember the vocabulary and get comfortable using it.
And don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning.
Exactly. The important thing is to try. Every time you speak, you improve.
Now, I want to share one more useful tip. When you're describing your routine, you can also mention how you feel.
That's a great point. You can say things like, I feel tired in the morning, or I feel happy when I have coffee.
Or, I feel stressed during work. Or, I feel relaxed in the evening.
Adding feelings makes your description more interesting and personal.
It helps people understand you better and creates a stronger connection.
Absolutely. Now let's review everything we talked about today.
Great idea. Let's make sure everyone remembers the important points.
So, everyone, let's review what we talked about today. We learned how to talk about your daily routine in English.
First, we discussed the difference between wake up and get up. Wake up means your eyes open and you stop sleeping. Get up means you leave your bed.
This is an important difference. You can wake up at 7, but get up at 7:15.
Next, we learned vocabulary for morning activities. We talked about brush my teeth, wash my face, make my bed, get dressed, and have breakfast.
These are the most common things people do every morning. When you know these phrases, you can describe your morning routine easily.
Then we discussed work and daytime activities. We learned phrases like go to work, take the bus, have meetings, write emails, talk to customers, and have lunch.
These phrases help you talk about what you do during the day. Whether you work in an office, work from home, or go to school, you can use these phrases.
We also learned about evening and nighttime activities. We talked about finish work, go home, make dinner, watch TV, read a book, listen to music, go for a walk, and go to bed.
These activities describe how you relax and wind down after a busy day.
An important grammar point we learned is to use the present simple tense when talking about your daily routine. You say, I wake up, I eat, I go, not past tense.
The present simple is used for habits and things you do regularly. This is the correct tense for describing your routine.
We also learned how to organize your description using time words like first, then, after that, and finally.
These words help you tell your story in a clear order. For example, first I wake up, then I brush my teeth, after that I have breakfast.
we discussed that your routine might be different on weekdays and weekends. You can say, on weekdays, I wake up early, but on weekends, I sleep in.
Sleep in means staying in bed later than usual. It's a nice weekend treat.
We also learned that you can make your description more interesting by adding how you feel. You can say, I feel energized after coffee, or I feel tired in the evening.
Finally, we learned that the best way to practice is to actually talk. Describe your day to yourself, to friends, or to anyone who will listen.
Don't worry about making mistakes. The important thing is to try and practice.
Every time you describe your routine, you get better and more confident.
Now, before we finish, we have a question for everyone listening.
Yes, we want to hear about your daily routine. In the comments, tell us one thing you do every morning.
Or tell us one thing you do every evening. We're curious to know.
Maybe you have a special morning habit, like drinking green tea or doing exercise.
Or maybe you have a relaxing evening ritual like reading or taking a bath.
Sharing in the comments is great practice for your English. Write in simple sentences and don't worry about perfection.
We read every comment and we love learning about your lives.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope you learned useful vocabulary today.
Remember, the secret to improvement is repetition. Listen to this episode again tomorrow.
Every time you listen, the words will become more familiar and natural.
And today, try describing your morning routine in English. Say it out loud, even if you're alone.
You can say, I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I have breakfast, I go to work. Practice this several times.
The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes.
If you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button. It helps other English learners find us.
And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Speaking English Podcast. We create helpful episodes every week.
Click the bell icon so you never miss a new lesson.
If you want to keep practicing real conversations with us, click right here for our full playlist on how to talk in English. It has everything you need to feel confident in your next conversation.
Share this episode with your friends who are learning English. They might need this vocabulary too.
And remember, you're part of our amazing learning community. Our Daily Speaking English podcast channel has thousands of learners just like you.
Everyone in our community is learning together, practicing together, and supporting each other. It's wonderful.
You can leave comments, ask questions, and share your progress. When you see others improving, it motivates you too.
So please join our channel, watch our episodes regularly, and be an active member of our English learning family. We'd love to have you.
Thank you again for being here today. You're doing such a great job learning English.
Keep practicing. Describe your routine every day. Use these phrases in real conversations.
Every time you practice, you get one step closer to fluency. Remember, small daily practice leads to big results.
We believe in you. You can do this.
See you in the next episode, everyone.
Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.
Keep learning and keep smiling.